go.
Okay.
6:33.
Welcome to
Is she on?
the Middletown Schools Board of Education meeting for Monday, June 8th. If we could all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Mr. Bertram, if you can call the roll.
I'd be happy to call the roll. Mr. Moore is absent. Mrs. Baker?
Here.
Mrs. Ramsey Hunter?
Here.
Mrs. Schreiber?
Here.
And Dr. Russo is excused this evening.
All right. Okay. We don't have any public participation for tonight, so we'll go on to.
Do we need to approve it?
Oh, we have to have the approval of the agenda. That's right. Okay. That's right, I missed that. Is there a motion to approve the agenda, please?
Motion to approve agenda.
And a second?
Second.
Okay. Mr. Bertram?
Mrs. Baker?
Yes.
Mrs. Ramsey Hunter?
Yes.
Mrs. Schreiber?
Yes. Okay.
Pledge of Allegiance.
All right. We did that.
Pledge of Allegiance.
We did that. Yeah.
Okay.
We just did that. I'm out
Okay.
of sync.
Okay.
Excuse me. I'm out of sync here, so be patient with me. I'm constantly in training. All right. That takes us, are there any questions on the consent agenda at all? Or anything that you want to explain that we should do before, or should we get a motion for approval?
Let's get a motion in a second, then have
Okay, do
discussion.
we have a motion for?
So moved.
Is it
Second.
Okay. Any any confirmations or questions or explanations that we have here? Because we've got quite a few items on here.
Sure, I can provide some highlights this evening.
Sure, thank you.
So we have a contract with Butler County ESC on the consent agenda this evening for $125,670. You've seen a contract like this in the past. It's for our success liaisons. We have a behavior coach coming from Butler County ESC. And then we also, this is our success liaisons, 4 of our success liaisons. Next, you will see 1, 2, 3 contracts for our science and math adoptions. The board heard about the science and math adoptions at the last board meeting when Ms. Hensley was here to share with you the process that we went through for science and math, and tonight they're on the consent agenda for that final vote. We have a contract for Schoology. If you remember Schoology, that's Power School. That's our 7th through high school students. That's where they track all of their transcripts, their career work, their internships. It's really to prepare them for life after high school. Next, you see 3 contracts in the same line item. Those 3 contracts are for transportation providers. The board recalls we provide transportation for all of our homeless students. Correct. We have 3 different transportation providers, so we always have a provider that's going to be able to meet the needs of our students. And so, see that. You also see, we move proper public response. We move that to out of consent, correct? Mm-hmm. Then you see a contract for Warren County ESC. That is for some summer testing of our students over the summer. Butler County helps us out with physical, occupational therapy, and speech therapy to the tune of $6,000. Then you will see the Butler County ESC, and that is for a visually impaired student that we're going to have at Amanda Elementary. So it's some time over the summer to prepare and make sure that our student is successful at the beginning of the school year.
Okay.
Then we have our personnel agenda.
Before we jump to that,
Yeah.
I'd just like to announce under finance that we did have one donation from the Rotary Club, which was very useful for our Midi Olympics. Bought snacks, treats, and awards for all our Olympians this year. So thank you to the Middletown Rotary. Thank you, Deb.
Okay, so we have our personnel agenda this evening. We do have someone out in our audience this evening on our personnel agenda. One of our new directors. You want to come on up, Ms. Longworth? I'd like to introduce her to the board this evening. This is Andrea Longworth. Andrea's been in special ed her entire career, and she's going to be joining the MIDI team on August 1st. She has a few days before August 1st, but on August 1st as the Director of Student Services. So, Ms. Longworth, Board of Education.
All right, thank you for having me. I want to thank, I wrote things down because I want to make sure I say the right things to everyone this evening, and I don't go home and go, why didn't I say that instead? I want to thank the Board of Education, current Superintendent Ms. Hauser, incoming Superintendent Mr. Card for this opportunity to serve Middletown students, staff, families, and community. It has been my honor, as Ms. Hauser just mentioned, to serve in public education and special education for 27 years. I've served as an intervention specialist, a response to intervention specialist, and administrator overseeing both special education and student services. I know there's a lot of work to be done in special education. And when you're talking about students with profound to mild disabilities, there should always be work done. And the day I say there isn't, I should not have a job in public ed. There's always new technology, new research, and let's face it, no two kids, whether you give birth to them like I did, are the same. But when you're talking about students with disabilities, it's underscored tenfold that no two children are the same. And we have to make sure that we are meeting their individual challenges that face them K-12 and their years beyond. Lastly, on a personal note, I just want to take a moment to tell you a little bit about my family. My husband of 30 years
say he's back
is
there.
in the very back. And he is also in service. He is a police officer. We have a 21-year-old son who's an auto mechanic and a 25-year-old daughter who's a recent grad of the University of Cincinnati School of Business, who is not yet gainfully employed with her diploma, but if you know anyone, please let me know. Additionally, this is a full circle moment for me, and this is really why I had to write this down. I lost both my parents, and my mom most recently, and they were longtime residents of Middletown for 25 years. I can't tell you how many times I've traveled with this community, taking my mom, especially to Central Donuts. That was quite the addiction for my mother. And UDF, which is now a brand new, glorious UDF, which she would have loved. My mom was the Nana for my kids, and I was here a lot in Middletown. I don't know why I'm choking up. I'm saying this because my heart was in Middletown for 25 years. And as Senior Director of Special Services, my heart will be in Middletown again. I promise to give my commitment to this community and staff to ensure individual students are getting individualized education as they deserve. As I mentioned before, the field of special education in the field of special education and education, we can always do better. And I promise you, I will give it my best. Thank you.
Welcome
you
aboard. Glad to have you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I love your philosophy. Whatever we do for kids, however many times we repeat it, we have to repeat it 10 times more for these specials.
Yes.
And that's a good philosophy. Thank you.
All right, thank
What
you.
was,
Welcome
your,
to
what was
Middletown.
your mom's name by chance?
It was Terry Whitlock.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I guess that
think
takes
that's
us to,
We'll vote.
we'll vote? Yes, we have to call for a vote here.
Mrs. Ramsey Hunter,
Yes.
Mrs. Schreiber.
Yes.
And Mrs. Baker.
Yes.
All right. Our next item is under curriculum and graduation, and that is the graduation list for 2026 that has to be voted on.
Correct.
To be official.
Correct.
Okay.
All 440 of the graduates. Yes, the board needs to acknowledge and vote. Yep, to acknowledge the graduates, to make it official, to send them on their way.
And we were noted this was the largest graduating class since
the
1976.
76.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So that's something to be very proud of.
That's right.
And it
Enrollment's
was a beautiful
up.
night. We didn't get rained on.
50 years if my math is correct.
That is exactly 50 years. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
So we will take a vote on this. Mr. Bertram?
Need a motion in this?
Oh, I'm sorry, we need a motion, yes.
Motion to approve?
Yes. You first?
Second.
Okay.
All right. Mrs. Schreiber,
Yes.
Mrs. Baker,
Yes.
Mrs. Ramsey Hunter.
Yes.
Okay. And then we get to House Bill 96 mandate. Okay. Mrs. Hauser, will you explain that a little
Sure.
bit to everyone?
Sure. First of all, this is a mandate from the
Yes.
state of Ohio. And really, it's talking about, it's Center for Internet Security. And what it is, it's moving cybersecurity from what we believe is an IT responsibility to it's an everyone responsibility. And the language that you're going to see in this House bill really does walk us through who needs to be part of the planning, who's it's really everybody. So it's moving from the IT philosophy to it's an everyone. This has to be adopted by July 1st of coming up, 2026, and then we have 3 years to get into place what the House bill is asking us to do. Let's see, what else did I want to say? We have 3 years, has July 1st. It's really continuous improvement with cybersecurity as we continue to progress in our society on what we need to do to protect ourselves with cybersecurity. Also, there's an elevated board level of accountability with the Cybersecurity House Bill 96. It moves from a technical task to policy. So over the next 3 years, we're also going to be adopting policies around cybersecurity. So Ms. Scheibert, at the policy committee, you'll be adopting policies with cybersecurity, right? It also it defines ransomware and how the district cannot be legally, we can't be paying ransomware if we're attacked by cybersecurity criminals unless there's something board approved to pay. So it's a logical progression with cybersecurity, moving from IT to everyone's responsibility. Yeah,
almost-
so we have to do it.
It's like in our own personal lives, we have to be more vigilant, so we have to be more vigilant here too.
Correct.
Okay.
I'd just like to add that Mr. Satzing has been working on this project since it became law a year ago. And worked very hard, along with his other few projects, to get this done. So
Yeah.
I think it's worth acknowledging Eric for the work he's done on this.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eric.
Okay. We ready for a vote?
Motion to
Motion
approve.
second.
Did, okay.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Your second. Okay.
And Mrs. Baker?
Yes.
Mrs. Ramsey Hunter?
Yes.
Mrs. Schreiber?
Yes. Okay, that takes us down to committee reports. I don't know that any committees have met, have they?
We have not had
No.
any committee meetings.
No.
Nope.
And Board of Education reports then. Anybody got anything to report?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to thank the class of 2026,
Six.
all their family and friends who helped get them here to this day. It was a lot of kids, and I think that's something to be proud about. Hopefully it continues to grow, but I would like to wish them all well in whatever they do in their tomorrows. And hopefully if they ever feel the need to reach back out to us, we do have employment offers that they may be able to look into.
There you
if
go.
So be. It's always great to be admitted, especially when you work here.
Yes, it's a very proud moment to watch those children. They're young adults now, but to see them on graduation night is a very exciting moment in their lives. And there's some beautiful faces out there. They were lovely young men and women, and I hope all of them have found some purposeful next step in their lives. So we wish them well, all of them. I would also like to comment on, during many of the events that we had a lovely retirement luncheon for people who are retiring from our district. And I attended a science fair.
You
and
did at
Mrs. Hauser
Creekview.
was there,
Mhm,
Creekview
Creekview.
School. And I was so impressed. This was like the last 2 weeks of school when, it's hard to last so much of anything in the last 2 weeks of school. And these kids were focused in. I was so impressed with the amount of work they put into these projects they had. So different. And I don't know all the names of the teachers who were involved in this. I meant to get them so we could have a shout out to them. But honestly, they were well prepared to do this.
That was the first time. That was the first time for that event, also at Creekview.
It was
First time
wonderful.
ever.
And they were so excited, such a variety of topics they had, and really interesting things,
So 4th through 6th graders.
I thought it was amazing.
They
That
did a great
gym was
job.
packed, full of kids, and they just loved telling their stories. When we went around, parents were going around, and the little kids were coming through. And I don't know the name of the little boy who was the scientist that greeted me at the front door. I wish I knew his name. He was amazing. And he was on it for the whole time, beginning to end. He was so cute.
Great event.
It was wonderful. I hope they continue that.
They will,
That
yep,
was-
that's
that
the
was a-
plan.
That was a good one.
That is the plan.
And I know there were many other events going on that I didn't attend. I don't know if you wanted to mention any of them or not, but I know everybody was involved in something at the end of the year. So
It was busy,
it was very
very busy end of the year.
but good purposeful things, not just goofy things, good purposeful activities. So thank you to all the teachers who fielded all those things, because those last 2 weeks are rough. When you're a teacher, it's a tough time in the classroom. So, okay, and then finally, we have a resolution. Did you have anything else to say at all? Did you have anything to report, or?
Well, our comments, well, I know Randy does.
Okay,
And then
Randy.
I do, yeah.
I would just like to say that
Yeah.
attending graduation, realizing that it's probably my 12th and final year at a graduation at Middletown, until my granddaughter Ella came home from a basketball camp last weekend that she had here in the arena. She said, "Paw, that is the best gym I've ever seen in my life, and I go to Middletown."
You say,
So
yes,
it's a
it
nice
is.
compliment,
Yeah,
and,
yes,
I
it
told her
is.
she would appreciate that gym when she got there. But 440 kids, that was a lot. I was quite impressed with that. I didn't expect that. I thought we'd be 370, 380, and having that many more. And it was a really good service for those graduates. Families did pretty good. We had one little scene that got handled easily. I'm going to miss the graduations here, but in my next district, I have 3 times as many to go to, so
There you
I'll
go.
be busy there too. So. And I'd like to say to Andrea, we're swapping places, so
Yeah.
I think Middletown got the better end of the deal here, so welcome aboard.
Okay, so we haven't met since May 11th. So if you think about, everything that took place between May 11th and now, so on May 18th, we were supposed to have our meeting on May 18th. And then on May 20th, we had graduation, and we had our retirement celebration all in the same day. And that was like quite the swing of emotion. Because if you think about it, at lunchtime, we're saying goodbye to 31 staff members, and the majority of these staff members had 30 years or more with Middletown. And then in the evening, we go and we say goodbye to 440 18-year-olds. So that's quite a swing and quite a bit of emotion in one day. Our retirees, shoot, we're going to miss you. Think about all the lives that you've affected over the many, many years. And also a neat point is the majority of them spent those 30-plus years in Middletown. So that's quite a bit of kudos to them. We had 2 couples who were married that are retiring at the same time. That's a big to-do. They're going to be at home together now. But just 31, it was just so much wisdom, experience that we celebrated at lunch that day, and then we turned around for 440 18 years old that they're stepping into their careers. So that was a big day. So whatever, if you're graduating, you're retiring, you have a next chapter ahead of you, we wish you all the best in that next chapter, and know that you're always welcome to come back, and we're here for you. There's once a Mitty, always a Mitty. Also coming to somewhat of an end and a beginning, really our staff members, last week we just finished up all of our PD, our summer PD for our teachers. A lot of people think when the students leave, went for summer break, that everybody's gone. But no, we had teachers, we had administrators here for professional development. So really, this is the first week where everyone's on spring break. So it will be quiet, except for now we're ramping up into summertime. So we have all of our custodians. They are in full motion, getting buildings ready. We're finalizing the move of the ELC over to the old Central Academy. So even though students and staff go home for summertime, it's just a different type of work over the summer. So everyone plays a part. It's that whole "it takes a village." So it is, it's officially summer here in Middletown. And and then we have teachers going off to conferences at the end of June. So it's, like I said, and it's not just teachers, we have administrators, but it's a continuous cycle, even though we hit summer. So that's all I have. Oh, and we have the bus garage open house on the 15th. Everyone's invited to that, the ribbon cutting. That's another project Mr. Sotzing's been overseeing. So everyone's invited to the ribbon. That's on the 15th at 9:30 at our new bus garage. Everyone's welcome to come out, check it out, get a tour, cut the ribbon. Yeah.
Looks good.
It looks awesome. And another shout out to Mr. Sotzing. He's been busy.
He announced today that Peterman will have their Wienermobile there.
Yeah.
Did you say that correctly? Yep. Wiener wagon.
Wiener wagon.
Weenie
wagon.
So, brunch.
And not to mention, I did mention the move of the ELC to the old Central, and that's Mr. Sotzing too. Yeah, he's a very busy man.
He is very busy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's all I have.
Okay, Mr. Bertram, you have to help me with this next item. We have
Oh, yeah.
something we have to read. It's a proper public purpose resolution. And do we have to motion that, or what do we have to do with that?
It's
This
first
is
read
just-
only.
Okay,
Put the information out there, then at our next meeting, we'll bring it back for a vote for the board members.
okay, and I'm going to read the purpose as stated here. It is recommended that the board approve the proper public purpose resolution declaring that district actions and expenditures regarding a proposed constitutional amendment to abolish property taxes constitute a proper public purpose and related authorization. So I have to read something to you. This is Chris's thing, and here we go. Okay. A resolution declaring that district actions and expenditures regarding a proposed constitutional amendment to abolish property taxes constitute a proper public purpose and related authorization. Now therefore, be it resolved by the Board of Education of the Middletown City School District, Ohio, Butler County, Ohio, that the board hereby determines school district actions and expenditures regarding education and raising awareness about the constitutional amendment, the lack of revenue replacement mechanism, and resulting school district impacts are reasonably related to funding the school district's statutory duties, thus a proper public purpose. Section 2, the school district shall comply with all legal restrictions, including any conditions, limitations, or procedures applicable to particular categories of actions or expenditures. And Section 3, it is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of the board concerning and relating to the passage of this resolution were taken in an open meeting of the board, and that all deliberations of the board and of any of its committees that resulted in such formal action were in meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Ohio Revised Code Section 121.22. Now, would you like to say any words about that, Mr. Bertram?
Yes. Sum that up.
In summary, it gives us the authority to spend public dollars to help educate our community of what could result in the event that this constitutional amendment passes or doesn't pass. And there's obviously a lot of ramifications on this constitutional amendment. Good news is it did not make the ballot this year, that we know. It could make it for next year, though. It's something that probably needs passed in another year. But it does give us the authority, if we want to send out pamphlets, put something up on the website, that the dollars we are spending are in accordance to the law and by approval of the board.
Okay, thank you very much. And with that,
I think we're finished.
I think we are finished with our meeting for tonight. Thank you all for being here. Call the roll, please.
All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Adjourned. Thank you.